said, I'm a graduate student and I earn $1,100 a month, but I need some dental work because I can feel it. Can I come to you? I did for 4 separate visits, and he filled several cavities, number unknown. And then I got the bill in the mail, and the bill was $1,200 and change, more than my monthly salary. And I walked up to him at a Rotary meeting like this and said, I am sorry, but I'm going to have to pay you in 500 installments or something to get this bill paid. And he said, you know what? Take me to breakfast one day and we'll talk about it. And he specifically chose a Denny's on Charleston across from CSN. And I met him there that morning, and he told me that Jerry Lewis was one of his clients way back when, and Jerry Lewis didn't pay his bill. And he liked me more than Jerry Lewis, so if Jerry Lewis didn't pay his bill, I was okay, and we were all square. And so for that, I will always remember and be thankful to Dr. Jim Jones. So in his memory, can we please observe a moment of silence? Thank you. So you have all received the email from Sean about the services and the viewing for Dr. Jim Jones, and we urge you to attend and reach out to his family. To open our meeting today with the invocation, I would like to call to the front Sidra Kane.
So a little something in memory of a departed Rotary friend and a little reminder of our own mortality. Life is but a stopping place and a pause in what's to be. It's a resting place along the road to eternity. We all have different journeys, different paths along the way. We all are meant to learn some things, but never to stay. Our destination is a place far greater than we know. For some, the journey's quicker. For some, the journey's slow. And when the journey finally ends, we'll claim a great reward and find an everlasting peace together with the Lord.
Thank you, Sidra. And then our song leader today, is Jerry Engel.
Thank you. Just a note about Dr. Jones, because those of you who remember, we used to have Old Timers Day, and he was one of our old-timer speakers. I mean, he goes back to the early 50s, and he talked about how he had a truck that he would have like a barber chair and take the truck and go into all these outlying areas in Nevada and service those who didn't even have dentists in their towns. So, here we go. You'll help me, Maestro?
Well, I'll help you here.
Okay. We're going to do the combo. It's been a long time since we did the combo. And for those of you who don't know what the combo is, we take 2 songs. We divide the room in half. We're going to divide the room from this table over here. They'll do America the Beautiful. And then that back table and that 6 will be God Bless America. So,
and I'll say prayer from here.
And the thing is, there's a combo 1 where we start with God Bless America, and then they join in. I cue in the America the Beautiful people, and then we end the same time. And then there's the God Bless America and America the Beautiful combo 2 where we start at the same time. Well, because of our new members, like Diane and Brian Sorrentino and those who haven't been in Rotary that long, let's do it the easy way. Let's do combo 1, which is God Bless America and America the Beautiful, but I'll cue in America the Beautiful. So remember, this is America the Beautiful, And this is God Bless America. We'll start with this side, and then I cue you in. Wait for the cue. Very important. Are we ready? God bless America, land that I love, so beautiful for space. Please follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. By the way, that was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. And we're glad to still have you upstanding and working. So our Sergeant at Arms today is Mike Kuriyama. Mike, are you ready to be of service, sir? And go over here to Mr. Bob Warner. Do we have any visiting international?
Internationals? Nobody showed.
Okay. Let's move on to visiting Rotarians. Any visiting Rotarians? Past president or Ralph Rohe.
Hello. Well, I'm honored to have Ralph Rohe join me today, and all of us. We're his old and original home here in Kanzani, sneaking in. And Ralph did join another club, but he's no longer with that club, so he is Rotary free at this moment.
Oh, that brought you in? Okay. Good choice there. Good choice.
So I'm happy to bring Ralph back to join us for another lunch.
Thank you. Thanks, Ralph. Welcome. Okay, let's move on. Any other visiting Rotarians? Then let's move on to guests of Rotarians.
I brought my friend Fred Flehan. He's with Bank of America First Trust. He's a private wealth advisor. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My guest today is Chris Hammond from Rock and Roll Wine and George Cartwright from the Better Business Bureau.
Hi, I have a guest today, friend and neighbor, Kathy Pearlswig. She is the Senior National Sales Manager at Mandalay Bay.
Okay. Any other guests? Okay, then I would like to introduce my guest at the head table. Her name isn't Vanna White, but you can stay there. Janice Lenke started her event planning business or event planning career 25 years ago as a typist in Orlando. Now she works with corporations coming to Las Vegas, planning their convention service needs from galas and excursions to mentertainment. I don't know what that word means, but mentertainment. So she adopts abandoned senior dogs. She's currently caring for 8 dogs, ranging from an Australian Shepherd at 11 pounds to 110 pounds to a teacup Chihuahua at 4 pounds. She also has 2 cats, a fish, and a Chinese bullfrog. The highlight of her event planning career came in 1996 when she planned a dinner for the 3 tenors and 1,500 of their closest friends after their concert at the Giant Stadium. Please join me in welcoming all our visiting Rotarians and guests. And then Janice Lanke and past President Kathy Dalvey won something somewhere, but every month they win something, but they want to donate it to some lucky table. Today there's Bunt cupcakes here.
They're mini bunt cakes from Nothing Bunt Cakes.
From Nothing Bunt Cakes, a dozen. So we're going to open up and raise some money for our $2 million goal here. So let's start with $10. 10, 15, 15, 20, 20, 25. Okay, we're at 20, 25. No, she's 20. Oh. Going once. It's 20 right now. 25 over there.
There's 12 assorted in here.
25, 30. 30 right now. 35. 50. 50 for Steve Casey. Lucy, back to you. We have 50. It's all for the foundation. 55. It's all for the foundation.
There's 12 assorted fresh. Kathy just picked them up an hour ago. Go higher.
So 55 right now. Steve Casey, we're at 55 right now, going once. 55, fair warning. 60 bucks. 60 bucks right now. Okay, she doesn't eat the calories. Okay, 60 going once. 60 going twice. Congratulations and thank you, Steve Casey. So, Mike, if you could jump back into action and take the microphone over here to Marie Walsh to give us feedback on our Breakfast with Books event on Tuesday.
Thank you, Michael. We had a wonderful breakfast with books. We had 225 people that we serviced, and I want you to know over 60 children read 10 books, and we had over 600 books read in a month. So I think that's fantastic. And we are the leader right now of Clark County with reading books for Breakfast with Books, and I'm very proud of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you for everything you do with the kids and for Breakfast with Books. I do want to tell you guys, last week's speaker, VR Kids, we raised some money for that, and there is this 1 week only. There is a sheet in the green book if you would like to donate to them. It's only in the clipboard. It's only this 1 week, and then that's it. So if you could take Mike, the microphone to President-elect Jackie Thornhill. Jackie, where are you? Talk about our Power of Good giveaway.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for all your efforts and your votes. Unfortunately, we did not make the top 10, but we did hang in there. We had a grand total of 185 votes. That was good, but the winner was like 580 votes. However, the good news is today the USO of Las Vegas and our own Dave Thorson is still in the top 10. So if you do want to go and vote today, you can help him get over the top. But thanks to all of you from the bottom of my heart for going out and voting for Wetzel. And next year, we'll give it the All-American go.
Thank you, Jackie. Thanks for organizing that. Yes, let's give her a round of applause. And then Larry Rouse. I didn't see him. Larry, Paul Kruger. Do you want to talk about the Tiberti Fellowship?
I thought we weren't doing that till March 29th.
How much should people donate to become a Tiberti Fellow and just the launch of the program?
My understanding is it's $1,000 to become a Tiberti member.
Thank you. So people can talk to you, people can talk to Sean, people can talk to me to see where they are in their Tiberti Fellowship giving to our local foundation.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. And then Mike, actually you can have a seat. I'm going to call to the front Janice Lanke to give her director's report.
Thank you. So I am going to talk a little bit more about wine to water today, especially for our guests and our first-time visitors. So many of you know Wine to Water is a social event with the important wine component to raise money and awareness for our District 5300 with Cirque du Soleil One Drop Foundation. This is the third year of a 5-year partnership. What I love is they're focused right now on West African countries. There's a $1,000 water and sanitation global grant project each year. Between 2013 and 2014, if you didn't know, they installed 180 latrines and water wells in Burkina Faso. And 2015 to 2016 built community water wells and latrines in Mali. So project financing, so you can get a better idea of the club participation. $28,500 in club funds each year, $28,500 in district funds, and $43,000 in Rotary Foundation matching grants. So a little bit about our Wine to Water events. Many of you have attended these events, and the format in the past has been more of a reception style with education component. And more recently, these Wine to Water events have been dinner and educational events. Every event we plan in Rotary should include an education component, an interactive experience, a welcoming environment, an avenue for Rotarians to get to know each other outside and their guests outside of our weekly luncheon meetings, and a fundraising for a charity we support through our foundation. So the last two events, thank you to Jamie and Stu for all your positive efforts, have raised $1,400 in profit, which exceeded last year, so they're on a great roll. While we are all about increasing our profit each year, year over year, with the different events that we do, it's also about creating a unique experience for our Rotarians and the guest. So just to wrap up, I want to make sure everyone knows about the 2020 Water Partnership by One Drop and Rotary. It's a partnership to unite One Drop expertise and unique approach to sustainable water and sanitation programs with the power of our Rotary International for a $1.2 million membership network. So more to come on that, but I know that they're beginning in Mali this fall, and total investment is going to be $20 million, so more on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Janice. Then, Mike, if you could take the microphone over to Michelle Wheatfield, the assistant principal at Bracken Elementary.
She's having a good time with them. And there's two things that she wanted to let you know. One, I think you have on your table that at Hollingsworth Elementary there's going to be a garden party. I know that the city of Las Vegas, a lot of people are going to be there to help support that and do their ribbon cutting for their brand new playground that's just been installed there. I also want to note too that Bracken right now is doing their 5th musical performance, and last night was the opening show of Willy Wonka, and tonight they'll be doing it again. If you find yourself wanting to attend, you can always purchase tickets on our website. Or if you find yourself tomorrow during your workday having a break in between 10 and 11, you can just come on down and watch the show at Walter Bracken. So thank you.
And do you want to introduce your teachers?
Oh, I do. Sorry, that's horrible. I have 3 teachers here. One is Natalia, and she is a 4th grade teacher at Bracken. I have Stephanie, a 5th grade teacher over at Hollingsworth, and Tara, a 3rd grade teacher from Walter Long. And we're excited to have them with us. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle. And then, Michelle, if you can come up to the front. From the club, we know you guys do tremendous work, you and Katie. We know it's not just all Katie. We know she has a team behind her. But from our club, we would like to present you with a check for $3,500. So.
Thank you so much. This will impact our school. What we actually want to do with this money, and I help write the grant, is in the back of Bracken, we had replaced all new fencing with the district, and unfortunately, 2 of the houses behind do not have any brick walls. So it's exposed to our playground with all of our kids, their backyard. And so with this, we're going to be able to put slats in to have privacy on our playground and the backyards of those neighborhoods. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Next up, I'm going to call to the front Jackie Thornhill to lead us in our Wetzel presentation. And as she's making her way to the front, I'm going to finish out Janice Linke's director's report and say that the next Wine to Water event will be most likely in July, and it will be a sake tasting event. And Jamie's looking for committee members.
Hi, everyone. We did go out to Nellis last week, and we did have our quarterly awards presentation for Wetzel. And we had 4 winners, and we had a very large turnout. But I did want to, since we have just a moment or 2 of extra time, for those of you that are not aware, I'm going to take 30 seconds. Since we do just have about 30 seconds of extra time, I'd like to tell you just about these awards. We are entering our 15th year of these awards and our 57th quarter. And for those of you who are not aware of what they are, they were named for former Rotarian who passed away, unfortunately, before the awards were recognized and before they were put into a place in 2003, named for Air Force Colonel Scotty Wetzel. He's a graduate of West Point, 1954, joined the Air Force, traveled all over the world with the Air Force, flew 217 combat missions over Vietnam, won several Air Force medal and commendations, became the wing commander over Europe, also trained at the Air Force Academy, and then his last assignment was here at Nellis, and after 30 years he retired here, continued working with Nellis in the reserves, joined our Rotary Club, and then asked how we could support Nellis, and we decided that we would support the airmen who are really the backbone of Nellis in logistics, preparing for deployments, etc. So we've been doing this, as I say, every quarter since 2003, and today we have one of the winners here to present to you, and I'd like to call forward Senior Airman Jose Chavez. Senior Airman Jose Chavez is assigned to the Security Forces leader at Creech Air Force Base, and I'd like him to say just a few words about exactly what he does up at Creech.
So I'm Senior Airman Jose Chavez, stationed out at Creech, been there for about a year. Priority for our missions, pretty much what most people call them the drones, provide security for them, the pilots, and all the personnel that are involved in the bigger mission out at Creech. And yeah.
Thank you for your service, and we would like to present you with our Wetzel Award. Thank you. Now let's enjoy a quick 2 minutes for lunch and fellowship. Welcome back. Mike, if you could take the microphone over to past President Karen Wisenant. As you guys all know, Rotary is all about international friendship, and we have another opportunity to be of service.
Thank you, President Michael. Just a couple of save your dates, more information to follow. April 13th, Tom and Jane Krob have generously offered up their house for another fellowship. We have a cultural exchange with a delegation from India, and we are inviting the entire membership to attend. The price is to bring a side dish, and we would love to have you there. That's Friday, April 13th. You got me. Okay, and the second one, save the date, is May 6th, which is a Sunday, and we will be having a mini golf putting tournament, and we're going to have this as a birdie putting tournament, and all the proceeds go to the Rotary Youth Exchange Program. So if you could just save those two dates and details to follow. Thank you.
Thank you. And then stay right there, and if you could give the microphone to Anil Melnick, talk about our exciting 95th birthday party. Ralph Rohe, you should come.
It's really coming together. We've got a lot of great stuff on tap. Speaking of which, we've got the wonderful folks from Rock and Roll Wine have agreed to sponsor some wine for us.
Free booze?
Free booze. So free, come get your free booze. And if you come early, thank you very much to Jamie Goldsmith, who has arranged for a professional photographer to be with us that night. And you can get your picture taken with Mr. Matthews, the director, RI director.
The Vice President of Rotary.
Thank you.
Rotary International.
Yeah, yes. And then we're also, of course, going to have Mayor Carolyn Goodman as our keynote speaker that night. So it's going to be a wonderful evening. Please don't miss it, April 5th, right here.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks, Anil. Thanks for everything you're doing. Thanks to Rock and Roll Wine. Thanks to Jamie. Thanks, Rosalie, for getting that. Thank you, everybody. Then if you could take it to past President Randy Donald to talk about the networking event at his home.
Thank you. So this is going to be a new event for our club. It's going to be 2 weeks from tonight. It'll be 6 o'clock at our house. I'm going to be sending out an email explaining a few more of the details, but it is a networking event, something we've not done before. It's been done a lot in Rotary. So it's going to give us the opportunity to find out a little bit more about what we do on a professional basis. So keep that in mind and start putting your 30-second elevator speech together possibly. And look forward to having a great group there. So, again, I'll be sending out an email through Sean who will identify a little of the details, and we'll get a sign-up list for that. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Randy. Thanks for putting that together. And then next up, David Squire. Are you here? Or Jerry? I saw Jerry. Jerry Sinis. Do you want to tell us about our highway cleanup?
24th, 8 o'clock. Great opportunity, time of the year where you can get some exercise and do some community service. And as Dave mentioned, it's brunch at my house afterwards. He threw in cocktails, and if he was here, he'd throw in something else, I'm sure. But hope to see you all there.
Thank you. So it was just breakfast. It was just donuts, then it became breakfast. Now it's brunch with cocktails. So who knows what it's going to be next week. So thanks. Thanks for organizing that, Jerry. And then, if you could take the microphone to past President Jim Hunt to talk about some people in the room's favorite night of the year.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. Probably in time for the event that Karen's mentioning in April. We'll have the house cleaned up from Tom's Hootenanny tomorrow night. We're going to have a great time. The winds are dying down. In the spirit of Jerry Engel, we're going to ask, we got about 57 people right now signed up, so quite a few. We're going to ask half the women to memorize and be ready to sing Bohemian Rhapsody, and the men to be ready to sing American Pie. So we'll put those together. I want to thank Jim Tucker for donating some cigars. Bob Barnard has donated a whole plethora of different kinds of things, electronics. Appreciate that very much, Bob, and other gifts. Chris Bennett is going to bringing some cigars as well. Hopefully you can make it. And Tom Wisenhunt has donated a humidor. So we've got those gifts in addition to what we've already purchased for tomorrow night. So we got humidors and lighters and cigars and
Lowry bucks,
wine tasting and Lowry bucks. So we've got all kinds of things. It's going to be a great time. $10 a head, whopping $10. But that whopping $10 adds up. Right now, since we started this in 2009, we've raised for the foundation a net of $13,371. So we're hoping to add to that tomorrow night too. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks. You are welcome to sign up, but today is the day because we do need to have the names for the guard gate. So do not show up tomorrow night if you did not sign up because you will be turned away. So please sign up in the green book. Then let's raise some money for the foundation. So Mike, if you could take the microphone over here to the front to Bob Warner. Bob Warner, you are going to be recognized, sir. There's another Bob in the club, and
What do you want to recognize me for?
another Bob in the club, and you have to figure that out. Says that you have some stinky flowers and that you need Bob's butt wipes to smell better. So I'm just the messenger here. I don't know what exactly it is, but you may as well stand up because it's going to cost you some money.
That's got to be barnyard over there.
So between the two of you, I just want to thank you for your $95 donation in buying Bob's butt wipes because now it's yours. I don't want it up here anymore.
Well, that's awfully nice of you.
Thank you for your donation to our foundation, sir. And then if you could take the microphone over to that side of the room to past President Tom Axtell.
Yes, Mr. Father-to-be.
Sir, how are you?
I'm great.
You look a little relaxed. It looks like you've had some time away.
That's correct.
How is life treating you lately, sir?
Well, I've recently acquired a new stress reduction opportunity because I am a new grandfather. So the same day that Amanda announced at work that she was pregnant, my daughter had called and said that she was pregnant, and I couldn't step on her parade, so I had to keep it a secret. But she delivered last week, and I flew over there, and it was great.
Nice, thank you. So,
first one, a boy, Theodore.
Theodore, strong name, strong name.
Yeah.
So between your grandbaby, our child, Janelle's child, this is how we grow membership in Rotary, right? So
it's true.
So thank you for your human addition and also for your financial contribution to our foundation.
Thank you. It's a mere 8 pounds. Yeah.
Thanks, Tom. And now let's move on to the drawing for our pot. To draw for the pot, the ticket is 6594033. Tom Thomas, past president Tom Thomas.
I got to pull first.
Yeah.
I just want to see. You want to see the losing card.
Your reaction.
Yay!
What is it? Yes, here you go.
About as far from the ace as you
A 2 of clubs. Thank you. Thank you for your donation, sir. And for the Lowry Bucks, 6593981. 3981. Stephen Kwan, sir, come on down. And now I'd like to call to the front past President Brock Fraser to introduce our speaker.
Thank you, sir. This is really kind of a unique and a fun opportunity for me. We talk about this town, no matter how big this town gets. If you've been here for a while, you grew up here like Chris Lawley did, this is a real small town. It's a real tightly knit. So you've all been able to read in the front page of the Wheel. You know, he was, went to Loyola Marymount, he got his law degree, and so on and so forth. I'll let you live with that. I'm going to introduce him a little differently this time. I'm going to tell you a little story. And it's because Chris and I go back over 30 years. He grew up with my kids. They all went to Bishop Gorman High School together. Chris would come over to the house. We'd had a lot of connections. A number of years ago, many of you remember a horrendous crime we had that took place out here at State Line. A fellow abducted a little girl out of one of the casino kids' areas and molested her, and he killed her. Fast forward, he is going to trial. Chris Lawley is the prosecutor. And with a case that had as much notoriety as this did, large jury pool, lots of questionnaires, so forth. At one point, the judge asks the pool of jurors, or potential jurors, if any of them had any compelling reason why they could not fulfill the duties of a juror in this case. And my wife looked around, raised her hand and said, "Your Honor, we have airline tickets, and we're due to leave right about the time that the trial begins." And the judge said, "Again, I ask you, is there anyone who has a compelling," obviously, her reason. So a day or two later, as is typically the case, the prosecution and the defense get to query the different jurors. And it got to be Chris Lawley's turn. He got to Barb. "Hi, Mrs. Frazier. How are you?" "I'm fine, Chris. Nice to see you." "And how? How are the boys? How are Tom and Brent?" And they're doing great. At which time the judge's gavel, "Ma'am, you are dismissed." So thanks to Chris Lawley, our airline tickets did not go to waste. And now we have an opportunity to hear from a really great young man, grew up here in town, and is doing extremely well, a good friend, Chris Lawley.
Well, thank you, Brock. Those were the good old days when I was actually in the courtroom and not a bureaucrat like I am now and have to worry about budgets and all those sorts of things and hiring people and all that nonsense. But it's an absolute pleasure for me to be here today. I've never been at a Rotary meeting. This is my first one. This is a lot of fun, so thank you for the invitation. I wish the district attorney could be here. He wishes he could be here. Unfortunately, he had a conflict, and so you're stuck with me. So hopefully I can do well by him. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the district attorney's office. I need to turn my clicker on. Yay, it's working. I haven't used this since I actually went to court and did trials. This is an overview, a very high-level overview of the district attorney's office. And I'll start by telling you, we are the largest law office in the state of Nevada with the largest caseload of any law office in the state of Nevada. And we're the 13th largest prosecution office in the state of Nevada. In the United States. 13th largest prosecution office in the United States. So that's a pretty big office. So who is the Clark County District Attorney anyway? Who is this infamous guy? Well, he's kind of handsome, isn't he? He's a good-looking guy. Stephen Wolfson's been in Las Vegas for many years, over 30 years. Actually started in the Clark County District Attorney's Office. Left, went to the dark side for about 20-some years. We don't talk about that. But he was a criminal defense attorney for many years. Became a member of the Las Vegas City Council and was eventually first appointed and thereafter elected as Clark County's 24th district attorney. Now, what does a district attorney do? What are his or her responsibilities? And when you think about the district attorney, what comes to mind? Anybody? What do you think about? Prosecuting criminals, right? Yes, prosecuting criminals. We do that. And by statute in Nevada, that is one of the district attorney's responsibilities. But rest assured there are more, and we're going to talk about some of those things. He is the public prosecutor of Clark County by statute. But his or her responsibilities also include to provide legal counsel to Clark County. And we'll talk about that. And some of the very, very interesting things that we do in our office. And of course, other duties as required by law. So throughout our Nevada statutory structure, there are references to obligations of the district attorney and what the district attorney is required to do. Something as mundane as when a person who is going to be mentally committed to the Southern Nevada Adult Mental Health Facility, that is required to be done by the district attorney. One of literally hundreds of responsibilities that this office of mine has to undertake by statute. Mr. Wolfson is required to oversee 730 employees. That is how big our department is. And depending on other departments and various vacancies and staffing at the time, we are about the third largest department in the county. It's not bad supervising 730 employees. The bad part is what comes next, the 175 lawyers. Oh boy. I mean, trying to supervise lawyers, it's terrible. It's just absolutely terrible. The general structure of the office. So you have the district attorney, and then we have 5 divisions in the district attorney's office. We have an administrative division, which you might imagine, things like HR, IT, all of those things that make that office grind, that make it work. Facilities, for example. We have offices all over the county. We are in the government center downtown. We are in the regional justice center and in buildings, other buildings downtown. We are down in the family court center. So we are all over the place in terms of where we are located, where our footprint is. We have a civil division. We have a criminal division, which of course is the first thing you think of when somebody mentions the district attorney. But we also have a juvenile division and a family support division. And so we will talk about each of those. Let's talk about our civil division. The head of our civil division is county counsel. Our current county counsel is Marianne Miller. If you are a total nerd like I am and you watch Channel 4, if you watch the county commission meetings, you'll see Marianne Miller advising the county commission. And equally as challenging as managing 175 lawyers is managing those commissioners of ours, right? That's one of Mary's responsibilities. Our civil division is divided into 3 teams. We have a team that is devoted to property and growth. And our community is so unique because of what is happening in this town of ours, this county of ours, the growth that is occurring. I am told that since the Raider Stadium project has become underway, building costs have absolutely skyrocketed. Any major construction is next to impossible. And we experienced this 10 years ago, 12 years ago, before we saw the bottom fall out. Property and growth team was very involved in that period of time as well, in terms of zoning and all of the legal work involved in that. When everything fell out, of course, the first thing you do is you call the lawyers, and our civil division is involved in that. So we have a team of lawyers in our civil division that is just involved with issues like zoning, property, land use, things of that nature. We have a general counsel team. So our civil division is counsel to the county. We provide legal counsel to the county. So as Mary Miller provides legal counsel to the county commission, there are many departments in the county. The building department, one of my favorites is the public defenders. So think about it. We're district attorneys, right? We provide legal counsel to the public defender's office. I mean, how do you think that makes them feel? Makes me feel kind of good, but they squirm a little bit sometimes. But it's some of the best legal representation they can get. So it's this general counsel team that provides in litigation, and our civil litigation attorneys go to court and do battle there. So some of the interesting things that our civil division is involved with that you might have read it in the news recently is all of the ordinances related to marijuana, all being drafted by our civil division. The dispensary ordinances, the growing ordinances, all being drafted by our civil division. You may remember several years back, all of the litigation related to Lyft, Uber, and the ordinances related to that, all conducted by our civil division. Something that's going on right now is the Stadium Authority Board and all of the agreements that are being drafted and put together. Legal counsel to the Stadium Board is our civil division. So very, very important group within the district attorney's office, very, very active. Our juvenile division, second largest, actually third largest division in our office in terms of attorneys. The head of our juvenile division is the director of DA Juvenile Division, Bridget Duffy. We have two teams in our juvenile division. Our delinquency team. Think of our delinquency team as those prosecutors who prosecute juveniles who commit crimes. So if I'm a juvenile, I go out and steal a car, I'm going to be prosecuted by our delinquency team. Except things are a little different there. The objective is we're not putting juveniles in jail or in prison. We're not punishing. The objective for juveniles is rehabilitation. We view delinquency as an opportunity to save these individuals so that they do not enter the adult system. The focus is rehabilitation, address their family life. Many of you might have heard of the Spring Mountain Youth Camp. Anybody hear of it? Has anybody been there to visit it? It's a wonderful place. It is a great place. And the whole idea of the Spring Mountain Youth Camp is not like a prison for children. It truly is a summer camp. The concept is these kids are in a terrible situation where they are, and we need to extract them from that and put them into an environment where they can succeed. The whole idea is to create a winning environment for these children. The idea is to intervene and to help them. Certification is the whole idea of sometimes juveniles do something so bad, so terrible, they have to be treated as an adult. And we do certify juveniles in less than 1% of the cases that we receive. So it is a very, very small number. We also have a child welfare division. Our child welfare division, along with family services, monitors approximately 3,350 children who have been abused by their parents and are in need of some form of supervision. And this process can take, unfortunately, several years to resolve. But fortunately, the trends are that approximately 64% of these children, after some period of intervention, and it may be parents need parenting classes, maybe they need drug or alcohol counseling, whatever it is, but approximately 64% of the time children are returned to their parents. 23% of the time children are adopted, and about 4% of the time children are placed with guardians, with a permanent guardian. It is very challenging, very sad, very difficult work for our attorneys in the Juvenile Division Child Welfare. Let's talk about family support. Family support is the largest division of the District Attorney's Office. There are approximately 300 employees in our Family Support Division. The head of our Family Support Division is the Director of DA Family Support, Jeffrey Wattoon. He is an attorney from, member of the bar here in Las Vegas, originally from Milwaukee, so like myself, he is a Packers fan. So that is a definite plus for him. The whole idea of family support is to establish and or to enforce orders of support that are awarded in favor of custodial parents. So you have parents, there's a divorce or a separation, and somebody's ordered to pay child support, and they're not paying it. So family support intervenes, and they get parents on the right track. That's the whole concept. Probably 7 or 8 years ago, we inquired, we said, hey, how are we doing in terms of everybody else in the country? How's our family support division doing in terms of collection? Wasn't a great report. In terms of the whole country, we're 54th. Might ask, hey, Lolly, there's only, 50 states. How can we be doing 54th? How does that work? You're bad at math. Well, that's true. I am bad at math. It's the reason I went to law school. Well, we were behind places like Puerto Rico. We were behind places like the Virgin Islands and Guam. Wasn't good. Fortunately, we have been able to turn it around. Currently, we are 23rd in the country. That is a significant increase in the efficiency with which we are running the Family Support Division. Currently, on an annual basis, we collect approximately $122 million for custodial parents. And of that money, approximately 95% goes directly to those custodial parents. So it is a huge, huge success story. So, Family Support Division. And yes, we do criminal prosecution also. So let me talk to you about the division that I am a member of, our criminal division. Criminal division, in terms of attorneys, is the largest division in the district attorney's office. It is overseen by 2 assistant district attorneys, myself and another assistant district attorney, Robert Daskus. A much more attractive, more intelligent, more svelte-looking individual than myself, I am sorry to tell you all. Our criminal division is divided into a number of teams. We have specialty prosecution teams and general litigation prosecution teams. So I'll spend just a little bit of time and sort of explain to you how these work. And I'm not going to go from left to right. I'm going to jump around a little bit, and hopefully it'll make sense to you. I'm going to start with support services here and case assessment. So in the district attorney's office, every single case that is submitted to us starts in the case assessment unit. This is a team of 6 attorneys who make charging decisions. They are the gatekeepers to the criminal justice system, and they decide whether or not we are going to prosecute a case. They review every single case. And you may ask, why? Why does every single case go through case assessment? You may remember a former district attorney by the name of Stuart Bell. Stu Bell radically changed the organizational structure of the DA's office, and he created a case assessment unit because he wanted continuity with respect to the approval of cases. Because if you had the different teams making those decisions, which was the case in the past, you may have a very aggressive team and they're like, hey, we're going to prove everything. Everybody gets prosecuted today. Or if you had the case coming to another team that was like, we got enough cases. We're going to deny a bunch of these things. People would be treated differently based simply upon where that case was tracked within the office. And Stu thought that was very, very unfair. So to create continuity, every case came through case assessment. If a case is approved, we ask ourselves the question, does it fit the criteria for a specialty litigation team? So let me tell you about the specialty litigation teams. We have a major violators unit. We have homicide prosecutors, gun crimes prosecutors, and gang prosecutors. These are specialty trained prosecutors who handle nothing but those prescribed types of cases. Homicide prosecutors, obviously death penalty cases, for example, very specialized. Gun crimes, maybe not so much, but it is a scourge on our community right now. Gang prosecutors. Gangs are very unique. You look at me, I am 2 scoops of vanilla on a plain cone, right? If I were to listen to 2 gang members on a telephone call talking to each other, I wouldn't have the faintest clue what they are talking about. If I were to look at a wall and see some graffiti, I couldn't tell you the first thing about the significance of it. But our gang prosecutors could, because they are trained in the speech of gang members, the color of gang members in terms of what they wear, the graffiti of gang members. It's all very important and it's all very significant. And we are much more successful in handling those cases when our prosecutors are trained in that culture. We have a special victims unit, physical and sexual abuse unit. They handle primarily the prosecution of cases wherein children are the victims of sexual crimes. So, again, a highly specialized unit, highly trained, whether it be in computer-related crimes, child pornography on computers, whether it be just in communicating with children. Terrible things, unfortunately, happen to children, and the whole idea of getting a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old to walk into a courtroom and tell a judge or a jury their deepest, darkest secrets of what has actually happened to them takes a skill set that most of us do not have. But our prosecutors on the Special Victims Unit, Physical and Sexual Abuse Team have those skills. They have those skill sets, and they are very, very good at what they do. We have a DUI team and a domestic violence unit. We're going to jump over to our financial integrity unit. We have a bad check unit, bad check restitution unit. The primary objective of our bad check unit is not to prosecute individuals, but to obtain restitution. Our hope is that when you get a letter, if you have unfortunately written a check that is no good, or to our casino industry, a marker that is no longer being honored by your bank, when you get a letter from the district attorney, that means something to most people. And maybe that's what it takes to resolve the situation. The vast majority of our bad check cases are resolved before they go to prosecution. We have a major fraud unit. 2 years ago, Steve Wolfson added a component to elder abuse. It is the first elder abuse prosecution unit in the state of Nevada, where we have prosecutors who are now trained specifically in the prosecution of elder abuse. They also manage our grand juries. Last year, we went to Clark County and asked them for additional funding. We have now raised the number of grand juries that we have to 3, which is unprecedented in our community, but is a direct response to the violent crime that we're seeing here. We can move cases to district court much more efficiently. We also have a HIDA team. Does anybody have any idea what HIDA is? HIDA is High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area. It is our drug team. And HIDA is a designation by the federal government. The federal government has designated Clark County as a HIDA and has therefore infused additional monies into this community to help us combat drugs. And we have HIDA prosecutors who use all kinds of techniques to do that. And they take a lot of drugs off the streets, fortunately. And then we have our, well, let's not forget the criminal appeals unit, because once all of these folks over here are successful in getting convictions, it's our appellate unit that makes sure they stick, so they deserve a shout out. But let me come back here to general litigation, because once case assessment approves a case, if it doesn't fit nicely into one of these little teams over here, everything else just goes to a general litigation team. And the general litigation teams cover all of the courts that are in session every single day throughout Clark County. One other team I want to talk to you about, and that's our special assignments team. Diversion is very important to our district attorney. And when I say diversion, I am talking about what can we do for somebody short of prosecution. Many people have problems, whether it be mental health issues, whether it be drug problems, whether it be drinking problems that cause them to commit crime. And the idea is if we address that underlying issue, maybe they're not going to commit crime anymore. So we have drug courts. in Clark County. We have mental health courts. We have vets courts. We have DUI courts, which are diversion courts. The whole idea is if we treat the problem, maybe you're not going to commit crime anymore. And among other things, those special assignment attorneys appear in our specialty courts. Where do we appear? Well, that's Nevada. This is Clark County. On any given week, prosecutors in the Clark County DA's office, in addition to appearing in the 17 floors of courthouses in the Regional Justice Center, we are appearing in Boulder City, Bunkerville, Good Springs, Henderson, Laughlin, Mesquite, Moapa Valley, North Las Vegas, and Searchlight. We are very, very busy. I'm going to skip this because I am running short of time. This sort of explains the role of the district attorney in the criminal justice system, but I'm going to skip over that. I'm going to go quickly through this slide. We have a DA ambassadors program. It's very important to our district attorney that we are visible in the community. So our prosecutors are encouraged to get out into our schools primarily, whether it be Law Day, Nevada Reading Week. Many of our prosecutors are involved in the Nevada High School Mock Trial Program. I'm very pleased to tell you that our prosecutors who coach at Bishop Gorman High School did win the state championship, and they're going to be representing Nevada at nationals. So yes, we're very, very proud of them. Hot topics. I've got 3, but I think I'm only going to have time for this first one, and it could be the most important one. Jury service. So I can't tell you how many times people call me and they say, "Hey, Chris, I just got this jury summons in the mail. Can you help me?" And, there's always trials going on. Maybe some of you have read in the paper, seen on TV. Our office just concluded a big one, the Solander case. Case of these parents who were doing just unthinkable things to foster children who were placed in their home. Big trial, lasted about 6 weeks. What I want to tell you about jury service is most trials do not last for 6 weeks. They last, on average, less than a week. So I've got a little spiel that I tell people. I've rehearsed it and I've thought about it. And I tell everybody when they say, "Hey, Chris, just got this jury summons in the mail. Is there something you can do to help me?" And my spiel goes something like this. No. I cannot tell you how important it is to our system that we have intelligent jurors who care about our community and who are willing to serve. People like yourselves. The very fact that you are all members of Rotary tell me that you care about our community, that you care about other people, and all of you represent the kind of jurors that we want judging the evidence in our cases. So, if you don't remember anything else about this short, fat Italian guy who came and spoke to you, remember this. The next time you get a jury summons in the mail, call the number. Do your duty. You are going to enjoy it. I have never met a juror after a trial who said this is an awful experience. I didn't like it. I hated it. I didn't want to do it. They have all said, this has been an incredible experience. When I was a trial lawyer, I did homicides. Most of them told me it has changed my life, and I'm not blowing that out of proportion. They have told me it has changed my life. Many jurors still stay in touch with me. So I'm just telling you, do it. Do it. Be a juror. We need you. So thank you. Questions? There's one question.
We have a lot more crime than the others?
No. It means, so we are a community of 2.2 million people. That's how big our county is. The size of our office, for the most part, coincides with the size of our community. So crime rate is really not related to the size of our office.
Oh, okay.
Good question, though. That's it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Well, thank you, Chris. And hold on. Chris said he will stay afterwards for questions. If you want to speak to him, you can come up front here. So, Chris, to thank you for speaking to us today, I'd like to present you with our Share What You Can award, where we will present a hot meal to a homeless vet in your name. So, thank you. Thank you. Oh, sure. Thank you. And the Rotary is like tennis. The one who serves best usually wins. Now go forth and make a difference.